Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow subscribers. Aries here with a private video uh, here on Living Simply Fun. For some of you, I'm smoking the Raymond voiceover still. I'm getting ready to make a few phone calls. Your mini update today, since I had to update the videos. I did two solo videos that was for um, Punch Cigars, as you all know. This one's just um, a mini update. The draw on this is just a little tight. I don't know if Aaron's having the same problem, but the draw is just a little tight. This is a pipe rammer, but anyways.
It works wonders.
So I wanted to say, first of all, to my subscribers out there, you have been a blessing to have around. So the first thing I wanted to say is I'm in kind of I would say I'm having my blonde moments today. You know, being dipsticky, or I can't remember how they call blondes, you know. But anyways, I'm having my blonde moments. Oh no, I got gray hair. I want to have blonde. But we've been getting on each other's nerves a bit. But you know, it's because um, he and I, he thinks I tuned him out. The thing is my mind races a lot, and you know, the last 24 hours or less, I've been kind of uh, in a what do you call it? Um, in a shocked mood, happy mood, shocked mood, sad mood. But I'm not bipolar. If you know what I mean. So, but yes. Anyways, I got a few phone calls to make. I've emailed some doctors on breast augmentation and facial feminization. Um, we don't know, for all of you, if we will be doing video reviews of cigars. If we're going to town to Moses Lake to get cigars, if we're just gonna go to Walmart. I know I wanted to get some new dresses and some new shoes, but it's not going to be in the budget. I am in a budget for my haircut. Then after that, I will do it every 2 months and get it bobbed, or keep it trimmed. So, um, yeah. Right now, everything's going good. I do want to say we're going to be having a heat wave, a big heat wave, actually. So, it's not a good thing, but it ain't a bad thing either, you know. So, the other thing I wanted to share with you all as our subscribers is Aaron's been kind of getting moody lately. He got his PS3 back, and he got me into thinking about Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim on something. So, me and him might be working on a new project together on it. And he said that he's still thinking about picking up a controller so we can actually play the Elder Scrolls 3. He's been dying to play it for, I think, 10 years. You know? I think it was a game in...
I used to be highly addicted to it, and I haven't played it in a long time.
I gotta have Aaron write down some codes for me, because I hear once you get into the Elder Scrolls 2 and 1, it's highly addictive too, and I really want to play those originals. You know, I was thinking about the Elder Scrolls 1 and 2, not to talk about games, and but I'm throwing this all together. Well, they should have put it on like PS1 or Game Boy or Game Boy Advance, something. I mean, they're bringing out like PC ports of Doom on Game Boy, etc. I still got a project I got to work on, which I've been meaning to. I got to go it over with Aaron, which means I got to sit down one day. I might do it off and on the weekend, but I don't want to activate my what do you call it, laptop to do it. So I'm hoping I can do differently. So Yeah. So, anyways, I've been still in shock and awe for some of you subscribers out there, and same with you, Cigar Addict. As Aaron said, I should take advantage of it because it might be removed. Hell, it could be removed before I even get ready to do my surgery. But right now, the surgery date's set, the consultation's set. Maybe next year they'll have breast augmentation and facial feminization to go with it. I mean, right now they're not doing it, and as I said, doctors don't want to do it because of the billing issue. So, I mean, for example, here's what I'm thinking. If Aaron's budgeting properly, right, and I'm going to, and Aaron and I haven't talked about this, this is just a pipe dream for some of you, which, by the way, the pipe dream logo came from Peterson Pipes, if you didn't know. Cap and Peterson a long time ago, K&P Pipes, and they just took Cap out, put in Peterson. But enough about history of pipes, but I was thinking, on the way home, it won't cost but $150 to fly into Chicago or Boston or New York to have a consultation there and then fly home. I mean, it's just one more extra day, and maybe it can be done. I mean, Aaron's figuring with both of us, we'll be probably saved if we do it right. I mean, this is how we're working it. Is we're going to be buying our one-way tickets. We're going to get our hotel or motel, or Aaron's going to do that part. Then we're set. But I'm also looking to fly from Miami to Chicago to home, or Miami, New York to home, or Miami, Boston, home, or etc. So it just depends, on the doctor. But as Aaron said, he most likely is most likely, what do you call it? Not going to do it, So, but it's just out there on the table because we'll have enough finances. I bet we can get there and then get, it just depends on the doctor. I mean, I can have the doctor reschedule in Chicago, but again, in February, is Chicago going to be clear for the doggy virus? That's something you got to look into, So, Oh, I thought you must have belched.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're forgiven and you're excused for it. I try to say to Aaron at times for you subscribers, I know the one day, I think it was you, Cigar Addict, that was complaining about the matches. Well, I don't remember what we ate, but it wasn't pretty. So, so nowadays I basically say, excuse me, it's not ladylike to,
Well, part of the reason we did that entire thing was because some people don't realize light a match actually does work. And so, therefore, it's like a home remedy to foul smells without having to pay a fortune for, aerosol spray cans.
The aerosol spray cans, for some of you out there, you can get a good deal at the dollar store. That's where I got my 3-4 cans. I got to go to the dollar store, but me and Aaron's also got a plan to get to Walmart. He's going to be getting glasses next month. Yay, after 15 years. But anyways. No, go lay down. So, sorry about that. Moppy was trying to do something. But anyways, the bottom line is me and Aaron have to sit down and actually figure out everything. Right now, I'm still waiting for an email to come in from my therapist, which I doubt he'll get back to me till like next week. I mean, he knows his payment's going out on the 3rd, so what the hell, he should be able to reply. But who knows, he could be tired of this whole situation himself. So I was going to say to you all, and I have my own channel, I didn't get to explain this, but should I just open it up, leave him in? Get in there. So, what I was going to say is, In my other video, I did a mini rant, not on Aaron at all, by the way. I haven't ranted about him, as he keeps saying, "Oh, well, you're spacing out." It's because, and Aaron doesn't understand this, I don't think. Today we went to the store before going to the food bank. We got back to the food bank. We had to hook Blizzard up, and I had Blizzard hooked up. I just forgot I did it because I'm running around like my head's chopped off, trying to get things done like a busy bee. So finally, I'm walking down the street, and Aaron's like, "Yeah, I think I'm going to be bloated if I eat half my ramen, you know." Sorry about that. There's some jack-offs around. So, anyways, here's the deal. And Aaron should know this, is yesterday, as I said in the video previous, I didn't expect the doctor to Liz, get in there. I didn't expect the doctor to give me but a referral. Instead, he set a surgery date 8 days later. So I was like, now I got to jump through a lot more hoops, which, God willing, will get done. Otherwise, let's just hope the doctor's understanding that we had to push it back. But that's why we're not trying to order a ticket. I have some projects I got to do, and it's going to be soon, because of it. I got to look up the phone book. I got to make a couple phone calls today. One lady wanted me to call a university, put my name set up so they can have a file ready for me if I decide to go through them. But I'm not doing that until they can give me a guarantee that surgery is covered by Medicare. So I'm not going to do anything. And that means going out there on my way home, getting 2 things. A referral from one doctor. I'm hoping like heck, the referral, calling them up and saying, do you have an appointment, say, soon, and this is what I want, and if you can't do it, I'm not flying back out here, and so me and Aaron are thinking, highly thinking about, heck, for all I know, the doctor in New York, he might not be able to, do things, so, I could just go hop straight up to Boston, over to Chicago, and then home. Anyway, look at it, it's pretty gravy, if you know how to plan it right, and you just say one day there, fly home, grab your dog, and you're good, because, so we got to get our travel itinerary put together. We got to get everything planned. So Aaron's got to do research on his computer for, what do you call it, for, the motel, and we have to look around for what is the best areas for eating. But if we get a cooking thing in our rental for the month, he can do all the cooking there. He can save money. He's just got to find out where the grocery stores are in the city we're going to, which you all know it's Miami. So on my own channel, I won't say that. So, but yeah, anyways, there's what's going on. I got phone calls to make. I'm not going to let Aaron get involved in it. The doctor at Chicago, I have a plan. I was just going to basically blurt it out right. You can't guarantee there's going to be surgery after a consultation. Why pay $1,000 to go there? Even my aunt agreed that card would work.
I'll do that.
So
I really do that one with kid clubs, just in case. That way it leaves it as an option. You do the way that you were talking, you end up blowing it so you can never use it.
yeah, well,
It's better not to do it that way.
so now here's the thing that was causing me to have the brain farts, as I was going to explain to Aaron, and I kept forgetting to tell Aaron today because my mind was still in shock about the surgery date, which Aaron should be expected of this. I mean, you just don't go down to a consultation and 8 days later you get a surgery date. No, it doesn't work like that. So anyways, I'm in shock about that. I'm also happy about it, but I'm also sad about it because now I got to get all the paperwork together, and it's not going to be easy. So I got to talk to my primary doctor on the 6th. I got to go with Aaron to his follow-up on the 20th because when Aaron was talking about setting up an appointment for the heart doctor in my appointment, she said go for it. So I'm just going to go outright, even though Aaron's paying the medical bill. I think, when he gets his 20%, I'm going to ask her outright about that referral to, the EKG and stuff so she can set it up, when the time comes. So all of that's done. I also got to have Aaron contact the doctor's medical assistant back. We're not going to email. He's just going to call him up in like 2 or 3 months from now and say, hey, we can do the urine test, but what's the lab work? Is it a full workup of blood? Because you're not telling us what you need. And we can't just go to our primary doctor who's got to issue it and say, oh, okay, so we need to know. The second thing is the x-rays. She said x-rays. What x-rays? She didn't explicitly, so, it makes me wonder if she was even all there when she said what she was saying. Maybe she was tired. I mean, when Aaron was talking, it was a little after 5, so who knows. But anyway, here's the deal. Even though I'm looking into other states to travel to on my way home for consultation, possibly, for facial feminization and breast augmentation, or breast reconstruction with implants, is this. All my life, I was born different. I was in the wrong gender. My gender was supposed to be female. Something happened, I don't know what. I got to talk to the psychiatrist about it because I know exactly how to handle her with kid gloves. But in some ways, and Aaron should realize this, is between talking about video games, which have to be on hold for 8 months, and movies and music, and, I use YouTube for my music line. Guess what? New computer's on hold. The repair of my computer's on hold. Everything's on hold for this trip, for gender reassignment surgery. Aaron's sacrificing. I'm sacrificing. Aaron says, oh yeah, I'm going to be a beach bum with Moppy for a month. I thought the Miami police have a problem with the dog being on the beach. What? Here's the thing that's kind of shocking that I don't think Aaron realizes. No, you're staying in there. It's simple. Aaron hasn't. Sorry about the garbage truck. Aaron hasn't realized the big picture. The big picture is this. Aaron is a sweetheart. He puts up with me. I put up with his quirks. He gave me a new idea how to utilize Skyrim for another few months at least because it sounds fun. I don't think you can do it on Oblivion though, but I do want his help. I wanted his help to get back into Oblivion because I love that game, It's a lot more interesting. But here's the thing I keep forgetting to say because of the whole thing is, one thing Aaron keeps saying about me is I dwell on things. Well, one of the things that Aaron needs to realize is I'm dwelling on bottom surgery, top surgery, face surgery. Well, how would you feel if all of a sudden one of your dreams is to be complete, even if you have to use just the female bathroom wearing breast forms and waiting for your facial feminization to get the bottom done? One girl I know says, get it done and wait for the rest. Which it will come in time, but here's the thing. Because the female, the males get everything done. They get their plumbing all reversed and removed and rebuilt. And we get our plumbing rebuilt. Yet we're not entitled to everything they get because their surgeries are more important. Aaron and I have talked not to talk about transgender-related issues or Caitlyn Jenner or some of the other douchebags out there. I mean, once in a while, I'll make a comment, and Aaron will sit there and he'll say something I don't want to hear it, or he might get a chuckle like the other day. A trans woman basically said something about medical insurance. Is my rate's going to be higher than a man's? It shouldn't be. Who knows? Don't ask it. It's stupid. So, I just wanted to share that with you all. But think of it this way. You're sitting there, and this is like a Bible thing, and you're stoked about something, you stoked it, you want it, you get it, and what's there to talk about? What's there to speak about? So I'm sitting down the street walking with him today. He says, "Oh, I don't think you're listening." I'm listening. I heard what he said. It's just my mind is still in shock that 8 days later, surgeries is going to be done with all the paperwork lined up, and you're sitting there like, well, now there's nothing to focus on, except for wish lists, books to read. I mean, heck, I just added a book to the purchase list. I don't know if it was deleted or not. But I just wanted to share that with you all. There's nothing much to talk about now that the bottom's being done. Yeah, eventually facial and breast augmentation will be done, but you gotta wait like hell to get it done. So I might have to wait 6 months or 8 months and see what the doctor says after January. I gotta wait for one person to get back to me. So, anyways, in the end, you know how it goes. It's just a big, complicated mess. But, so my day is going to be finish this, make a couple phone calls, and then we don't know when we're going to call that lady in Chicago. Aaron says that's his job. I got to wait for emails to come in from other doctors, which some of them I'm betting my bottom dollar is not going to even get back to me because, it's them. So, but yes, a lot of things are happening for you viewers out there. I hope you don't unsubscribe because we're not doing cigar reviews. We really want to do the reviews, but as I said...
Well, we still might find a way to do 1 or 2 a month anyways.
Anyways, as Aaron said, we might find to do 1 or 2 a month, but the bottom line is we'll try our best, but we have to sacrifice, and that means big choices if we do this. And as Aaron said, we have to focus on getting the surgery done, but it all hinders on the therapist and the psychiatrist. I think everyone at my medical clinic would gladly do it. By the way, so you understand, and I was thinking about this last night, my aunt heard me say it, is here's how it works, okay? My primary care physician, my new one, the other one I fired after 1 appointment, she basically looked it over and says, oh yes, I can see you got hearing problems, you got vision problems. She referred me to a same eye doctor as Aaron, but here's the thing. If I really wanted to ask Aaron's doctor for help, he even recommended by words, breast augmentation with the general surgeon. Now guess what? My primary doctor did the same thing. Now if you look at it, those are 2 referrals for breast augmentation. But here's the kicker. Third one, the general surgeon tried hooking me up with a doctor in Yakima. Didn't work. So 3 doctors for breast augmentation. I can basically tell my doctor, hey, it's medically necessary because you 3 recommended it. No problem. Heart doctor wanted me to have an orchiectomy, testicle removal. Didn't work. what happened? The general surgeon even wanted me to have it, not orchiectomy, the hormone doctor. Again, the hormone doctor, which I got a caller today, it's one of my phone calls, you know, and I think Eric can handle that one. He knows how to word the thing with the form, you know, what's needed because he got the info. But then you got her, the hormone doctor, that doesn't want me on spironolactone for a long time. It will kill my kidneys and liver. She wants me off as soon as possible. She's already recommended an orchiectomy, but if the orchiectomy is not possible, the next best thing is gender reassignment surgery. But here, hello, if I wanted to see if the clinic would work with me, and you look at it from this point of view, the urologist who was going to do the orchiectomy recommended the gender reassignment surgery. So you got three doctors that could recommend gender reassignment surgery, 3 doctors that wanted to recommend a breast augmentation, and then I can talk to the doctors, probably 2 of them, to recommend, or even 3 to recommend facial feminization. So you get all those plopped onto your papers. It's basically watertight, you know. So there you have it for, you know. So Aaron can understand as he's writing down his notes, and I really want to talk to him about the Skyrim plan, is because surgery's set, I guess there's not much to talk about right now on the transgender spectrum unless, you know, which, by the way, I wanted to say something, you know, to you all. Aaron has been a sweetheart putting up with me. And one of the things I laughed at Aaron last night is when he said, well, here's the deal. You got a surgery date. I sat there, and a woman I'm supposed to, not a woman, sorry, the trans woman who's waiting for a consultation, waiting for a callback for a surgery date, probably is on an Advantage plan, or as Aaron said, and I said, hasn't got the balls to call back to find out what the deal is for the surgery date. Aaron calls, asks her questions. She had our questions already probably on her computer screen while talking to Aaron. Guess what? Surgery date. So now there's nothing more to talk about on that. And if we're not going to be doing many video updates because we'll be playing Skyrim, Oblivion, and Morrowind, then what is there to talk about if we can't do many cigar reviews and if we're not going to town? I mean, July is 3 times in town. We got the 6th, the 9th, the 14th, and the 20th. So those are the days that we're going there. So, you know, so we're going those days. And because we're going those days, you know, we have to coordinate with the bus. And Aaron says absolutely not eating peanut butter sandwiches. We will eat out at our favorite restaurant.
Yeah, it's not that expensive, but
anyways, as long as I don't go for shrimp, which, you know, shrimp's not bad, but they gotta take all the tails off. They leave all the shells on there, and you can't figure it out because it's like butterfly. But that is a different story. So, anyways, I better get to my phone calls because, you know, it's almost lunchtime, or, you know, it will be lunchtime at places. So I will call, I will get some inquiries started, and I will see where it goes. So with that said, please look for the next update probably on the 3rd. I don't know if we're going to town or not. We might just go to Walmart. Look for an update the 9th from me because I have nothing better to do, so I'll be doing Diablo 3, Oblivion, videos, and taking care of mop bears, or a little moppy bear, so as I call him, a little teddy bear. 20th, we're going into Moses for a follow-up. That's where I'm going to ask the heart doctor about my question. And I hope Erin will really let me ask her how many pairs of shoes she has. I'm still itching to know that answer. And then the 14th, I see my therapist. So unless my therapist gets back to me by the 14th, we don't know what's going on. So I will keep you updated from time to time. Erin and I will. But there's not going to be much updates because there won't be anything to report. So, with that said, please add and subscribe. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestions. Thank you. May God bless the world.